Turn on the torch, light up the flame. Time to melt some glass, my friends. There you are, here I am to explain, to teach, and create. Again. And again. And again. And again. And oh, by the way, not a... Oh, yes. And again. Yeah. I haven't posted for a while, and I've been meaning to. It's one of those things that hasn't been... I wouldn't say trying to elude it or whatever, but I've been trying my darndest to get through a few things. Anyway, sitting here wondering what in the world I can do to even begin to come to even terms with what I want to do. And I am going to go ahead and do this. I haven't done it one in a while. Oh, what is going on with this thing that's going to do this to me? There we go. Probably touching it with my pillow, the valve. Okay, and the hint to this is dun 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 dun. Okay, so I won't quit my day job. But we all know what that song is too, right? I know you can see the anchor in my eyes, right? I can see the anchor in my mind. That's why I'm going to do one. But we'll get there. And I know the originals all go, well, the actual curves go this way and these go that way, but due to making them easier for a pendant piece, we're going to do all of the cross sections in the same direction for two reasons. So that A, it works well as a pendant, and B, I want to do it that way. So it's what they call an artist license, right? There we go. It's sealing in really well. That's one thing you got to do, is don't stick two pieces of glass together. Make sure they become one piece of glass. Okay? All the way around. Okay. Next step, the curve hook. Well, I'm gonna do the bail now, and then I'm gonna do the curve hook. Sound good? I'm glad you agree. And I'm also sorry that I am not going to be able to do live demos for a little while. Turns out my internet out to the shed has gone wacko screwy bad off. But I have somebody who's going to help me wire a Cat 5 wire out here, and I should be up and running on the internet probably within a week or two. Also with that, I'm going to be gone on a vacation, see some family, do some things. So I might try to upload where I'm going. I'm going to try to upload a I plan on trying to go to a couple of glass blowing places on my route, so we shall see if I don't see what's going on there, and chat with some glass blowers along the way to say hi and see what they're up to in life. Right. In the meantime, just have patience with me. I'm excited. I'm almost hitting 470 subscribers. The last time I looked, it was 469. I'm going, whoa! 1 minute I couldn't get it past 150. Now all of a sudden I've got 469. Thank you very much for being there, guys. Remember, if you click subscribe, share with some friends, have some good times, all that sort of good stuff, right? And if you have any questions, requests, whatever, that's where I come in. Just ask, and surprisingly, you just might receive. Okay, now, what I'm going to do to this also is I'm going to fume it with silver. I think I have some silver on this piece right here, and if I can get it going right, we're going to fume this with some silver here. No, it didn't happen yet. I might have to get to another piece of silver. First thing about doing silver fuming is that you have to bring it down to practically nothing, the flame, and make sure that there is no oxygen going to the outer flame at all, or the outer ring, I should say, because that in itself. Alright guys, let's get this right here. Oh! Come on. There we go. Okay. It's a light tint, but we'll get some darker going here. Here we go. There it is. Yeah. It all has to do with the single flame, and you got to even bring it out and do it a little bit like that when you're silver fuming. There it goes. And that'll give me a nice gold tone silver fumed anchor here. I'll sharpen that up a little bit. There we are. Are there? Yeah. As you can see, that's the trick. One single flame, a little bit of, it doesn't have to be even very sharp either. But that's the way you get silver to react better. And I was getting results when I had the outer ring going, but when I realized what I went to doing with the when I went and started working again with the National 6B torch, I realized what my problem was. I had always had this outer ring on somewhat with oxygen, and that sort of snuffs out the, but when you have the single flame going on, the fuming really goes on, okay? Now, next thing, let me look real quick. Why not a quick dragonfly? Just a simple green-bodied dragonfly. And those are the two things I'm going to do on this show today, and then I'm going to call it quits. I just wanted to get something out to you. I will be doing a couple of shows in the next couple of days before I go on my trip. So, just be with me, right? So, again, if you have any requests, questions, just don't hesitate to ask. I try to answer every question that somebody throws at me pretty reasonably, I'd have to say. I wouldn't say it's 100%, but okay, I'm going to do these off in sections because I feel like it'll add to the character of this dragonfly. This is going to be the tail end of the dragonfly, and what I'm doing is basically adding bead after bead, and it also creates a little bit of a bump each time I add a bead. Okay, we end up putting about a half a dozen of these. Just make sure that they're sealed together well. These aren't just stuck together. That's the most important part. You're fusing the rod together. You're not sticking them together. You're sticking them together, it's going to break off in that one spot every time. You're fusing it, it becomes one piece of glass at one time. Okay? Now, about another couple of these. Thanks for being there, guys. And again, I enjoy it. I will get back to the live demos as soon as my internet out to the shed is taken care of. So, and I will try to still continue to do some videos. There we go. I think that's enough for the actual dragonfly tail. And believe it or not, I made it backwards. This is the very back end of the dragonfly, and this is the starting to be the front of end of the dragonfly. Now you do one big section for the wings. That'll be right about that much. Okay. And then you do one another big section for the head. So it's headed in the right direction. Okay. That's that DQ swirl that I don't know if you're noticing that as I do this. I pull it out and I swirl it around, and it makes no real big points, but it rolls back into itself and becomes a nice little piece. Okay, now let's get a good contrast color going on. Yeah, for some dumb reason it's adjusting itself practically. Let's use, this is a blue, it's got to be a blue. Okay. One thing about Boro, it's got some very earthy tone colors most of the time. I don't have any of the real well, I do, but I don't like to use those because they boil too much at this point. But they'll get better. I know they will. Okay, we got some eyes going on, and now the wings. I didn't do the wings ahead of time, but I'm going to do them now. Let's do some. All right, I've done dichro strips before. Let's see if I can find some dichro strips that I've already done, which I have tons of. See, just sitting around doing nothing. I do them up a whole heck of a time, all the time. That way, when it comes time to do a quick project, I can say, hey, that's a great color, that's the one I'll use, and go from there. And sometimes I start from scratch and actually make out the dichro strip, and I will put the demo to the dichro strip on the URL for the demo of the dichro strip. Why is it doing this to me? I don't know. We'll get there. First of all, we're going to stretch this out a little bit because it's a little bit thick and a little bit long. Not a little bit long, it's a little thick. Right? Right. As I stretch it out a little bit, I'm going to make two V's, and each V will be the two wings on each side. Okay? There's one. Okay. Tap that off and go for the next. Again, these V's, instead of doing 4 wings, you do 2, and you only have to connect it all together in 2 spots instead of 4. Simple math. And it works. There we go, wait for it, heat it just right, pull it out a little more, and wing number 2. Now to just connect the dots or put it all together. Here we go. Fun part is making sure you do it the dichro sparkly glittery side up for the wing. There we go. There's one. I'll seal that on better. I'm just sort of touching it too and getting it in place at the moment. Here's the other. Touching it too. And there we go. One of the things that I've just started doing is I've gotten a tie pen, a titanium marking pen, and I'm going to start trying to sign my work that I sell on Facebook and all other places if they ask, for no extra charge at the moment, but for later on we'll work that out later. Okay, now the other wing. This thing is just, I don't know what I'm doing to touch off the valves, but it's playing with me. Good thing I know how to play back and keep going. Right, right. That one's a little long compared to the other side. There we go. And this one's a little long compared to the other side. Actually, I probably just made it longer. Straighten that out a little more. You learn to play with it. Figure out where your strong points are and your weak points are. And I'm going to call that quits. I'll put a loop on the, or a bail on the front end of this guy. Right here. Thank you for being there, guys. I appreciate it. Like I said, just be patient with me. I will be doing more demos all the way around. And also some more live video, but not at the moment. Okay, that's probably another reason why I really haven't done any videos, is because I have to record it, take it in, and then upload it to the net. But we'll have to forego that so that you guys can get your glass blowing fix, as it were. And there we go, one nice little dragonfly pendant. And just sort of heat and pull it off right here at the bottom of the tail. And we're good. That one, where's the other one? Right here. We're going to come in with a close-up. I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. DeMille. Here we go. Thanks for watching, and as always, carpe vitro, and enjoy your